Hi parents, I'm going to walk through a couple issues that we seem to be having with Pearson, as well as the text box editor. So if you scroll down, these videos all have me walking through you the full day. So these should hopefully be enough, but I think Pearson's making it a little difficult. So I'm going to do just a Pearson, and then I'm going to remind you how to get that text box up. So if most of you guys have already done Mondays, Tuesdays. So we'll walk through how to get on Pearson. Most of you were able to figure out the flip grid, so that wasn't an issue at all. Then if we go here, be really careful that you look into everything and that you're reading everything. So please log into Pearson Realize, click here to open a separate tab. So if you just click here, it's going to open Pearson in a separate tab. So inside Pearson, it'll be easier to have it in that separate tab so you can go back and forth between Canvas right here and Pearson here. Originally, I had said to go to this box over here, but that's not the case anymore. Yours also looks different here. Last time I was using a student view, and this is my teacher view, so just ignore this. These are ones that you aren't seeing, so just ignore that. Just pay attention to the page itself. So if you click here to open a separate tab, or you can go here still if that's what you want to do, but it'll be easier if you open a separate tab. To get your child's password for Pearson Realize, it is very important that you use, if you look at the login card, this Pearson one right here. So the one that's in green, it's going to be some numbers, CSD, and then the password for everybody is core at CSD. If you don't use that login and you use a Google Classroom login or the computer login or the Canvas login, it is not going to work. So it's very important that you use the Pearson login. Using the Pearson login should solve hopefully most of the issues that you're having on just logging in. So when I had you log in, I wanted you to read the Decodable 22A. Then I wanted you to watch the assigned concept talk video and then do the journal entry. So for doing those, I have my new window. I'm going to click sign in. I'm going to use this green Pearson login code. So remember, it's going to be some numbers, and then it's going to be core at CSD. So it should look something like this, and then the password is going to be core at CSD. It's your child's student ID number, and then CSD, and then core at CSD. So it's very important that you use this login. If you use any other login, it will not work. So then you're going to sign in. And you're going to go to the classes tab. The classes is going to have all the assignments. Now I've only assigned, this is a test student for me, so this isn't anybody's account, so I don't have the math in here. Yours will have the math. So if you click classes, you're going to have everything that you were assigned here. So again, this is just the English portion because I didn't assign all the Spanish math in this video. So you will have more videos and more things to do. It'll be not just English, but also the Spanish part. This is just showing you the English. So if I were here and I'm looking at Decodable 22A, that's the first thing I need to do. So I'm going to look at Decodable 22A. I'm going to click on it. I know it makes you go through a bunch of windows and there's not any way to fix that. That's just kind of how Pearson is. That's the publisher that we go through. So unfortunately, it's just something that you're just going to have to click to open tabs. This is the turn in button when you are done. Someone had said, oh, can't we do it at the end? No, again, Pearson wants to make it difficult and there's not anything I can do about that. So click on Decodable 22A. Yes, you have to open it in a new window. So now you're going to have 3 windows. So then after it loads, it's going to take a long time. It's a pain. I know, I'm sorry. And I also think it has been running slow. They have In the Woods. They can have it read it to them, but I would like them to read it to themselves. We're going to click next. We read this page. We read this page. We read this page. And we read this page. Move on to this page. This page, and now we're done. After we're done, I can just log out of this window. I can just completely exit it, and then I need to go back here. There's this exit button. I'm going to click exit, and now that I've read that full thing, I'm going to click turn in, and then it's going to ask me, are you sure? Yes, I want to turn it in. Now, then you have to go back. You can see here in the completed tab, I have 22A because that's what I did. If I click on it again, I can still go back. So if I accidentally turn it in, I can still go back to that window. So I'm going to exit out of that. And then I've done 22A. So then I go back to the Canvas page. It says read and retell decodable 22A with an adult or older sibling. So now I'm the child. I'm going to go tell it to an adult. And then I'm going to come back, and now I'm going to watch the concept talk video. So I'm going to go back to my tab, my Pearson Realize tab. I'm going to go back to my Not Started. Let's say I click on the concept talk video and I want to start this, and then now I decide I don't want to start it and I completely go out of it. And then I close out my computer, I go play or do something. All right, so I come back into the classes and I'm like, oh no, my concept video talk video is not there. I'm going to go to this tab in progress. Because I've already clicked on it, it is here. So then I can still click on it and work on it all the same. I'm going to click on the video, and then it's going to play for me. I can hit play, I can watch it. Make sure you do both tabs. I click on this next side, and then I get to type my response. How do you think we can be responsible community members? We don't litter. And then they'll just hit the check mark here. They're done. Turn it in again, and your work has been turned in, so we're good to go. It's still here. And so I'm just going to have to exit. It says I've completed the assignment. Things are good. If I'm unsure if I've done it, I go back to my classes tab. If it was in progress, that means I didn't turn it in. But right here, it says completed, and so we have it here. Then if we go here, so we've done the concept video talk, we edited the journal entry, then we watch this video, then I click on this to read safety solutions. Everything's great. I retell it. And then I go, it says read Carl the Complainer on Pearson. So again, I can click this here if I would like to. It's going to have me re-sign in, but I already have my Pearson tab open, so I'm going to go to that. I have online student selection, student edition, main selection, Carl the Complainer. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to click on it again, and it's going to make me open it in a new window. Again, I'm so sorry, but that's just something that we have to do. So for whatever reason, the main selections take forever to load. They are tricky, and I don't know why. So open it in my new window. Again, you're going to need Adobe Flash. So if this is not opening, it's because your computer is not allowing Flash. So you're just going to have to go to the settings in the web browser bar and click Enable Flash. Now, again, it's going to show up really, really big, and they're like, oh, this is so much to read. Go to these magnifying glasses, hit minus, and it will make it smaller. If they want to see 2 pages per page, they just click on that, this little page viewer, and now they have 2 pages. Again, I can minimize it as much as I want. I can make it bigger if I need to. And then Carl the Complainer is on page 230, so I don't know why it takes you here, but you just have to go one more page over, and we have Carl the Complainer. So now they can go through, they can read the story, they can zoom in if they need to, they can minimize if they need to, and again, that hippo can read it to you. If you would like, they can hit play, and
my
then
friends
read them the
say
story.
I complain.
I go through, I read Carl the Complainer. Dun, 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 dun. And then I get to the end of the story. Because this is open in a new tab, I can just completely exit out. And here, I'm going to click exit. Then I'm going to click turn in because I've just read it. Yes, turn it in. And we are done. So then I can go back. And then I still have my decodable assignments here. Again, you're going to have your math assignments here for Spanish. If I didn't turn it in, it would be in my in progress. And then let's say I need to go back and read it again. I can, even though it's completed, I can still go back. So I can still click on it. It's still going to make me open it up in a new window, and then it's here. Now the last thing I want to show you is I added the PDF versions of the story. If for whatever reason you're having a hard time getting on, I just caution you to not try and figure out how to get on because we are going to continue using this. But if you need to, and it's easier, I have Carl the Complainer here in a PDF form that they can read. It will not read it to them. So if your child wants it to read it to them, this is the version that will not do that. So again, I can just exit out. And then for the assignment here, we had our retelling. So I'd had you read Carl the Complainer again, going back to Pearson, doing 22B. So again, if it's a new day, I click on the link here. This is one that I have already posted for you that you don't need to go to the book. So if it's a single page, I will try to post it here. But if it's multiple pages, I will not. So then I go back. I have, so I read that. Then I need to go and read my decodable. Again, you can go to the side and click Pearson Realize, or you can click here to open it in a separate tab. I already have my tab open over here. So I can go to Classes. I can go to Decodable 22B. I have to open it in a separate window because that's what it forces me to do. And then I can read it just like I did 22A, go through the whole decodable. When I'm done with the decodable, sorry, it takes forever to load. When I'm done with the decodable, this one's a shorter one, I hit next. I read this, everything's finished. I can just exit out because it had me open that in a new window. I go to exit, I have turn in, and then I say yes, turn it in, I am done. And then I'm going to go back. And then the only thing I have left here is Decodable 22C. Again, you're going to have math assignments here. So there's going to be many more assignments, and then there's a 1 and a 2. So if there's separate pages of assignments, that's something that you might need to toggle through. If you can't find something, it's probably because it's in the In Progress tab, or maybe you accidentally turned it in. Again, you can always go back and change it. So they will all be there. And then if I go back here, so I read 22B, it wants me to reread the story. You can go through Pearson Realize. Again, I've already turned it in, so I'm just going to go back to Pearson Realize, go to the ones that I've done. Even though it says completed, that's totally fine. I can still open it. It's going to open it in a new tab. I'm going to have to toggle the pages to get to the right page again, but it will be, so I'll have to go to page 230. You can only see the page numbers here. So then I go to Carl the Complainer. I have to minimize it because it's so big, and maybe I want 2 pages on the screen, so I can do that. Maybe I zoom in, and then I can turn the pages this way. When I'm finished, I can exit it out. And then I also have the PDFs here if you need those. And then this was tricky for some people. They weren't able to find the Turnitin tab. So if you scroll down, I said scroll down, but for whatever reason, you have to come up here. Ooh, I need to go student view, sorry. Sorry, that was my teacher view. So now I'm in Wednesday. Go here. So I can't scroll down. For some reason, the submit assignment button to get to that is up at the top. So if you hit submit assignment, then it takes you to the bottom. And again, these are the ways that you can submit the assignment. A lot of you have been taking pictures and sending it to my email. That's fine, but I would rather it be here on Canvas so it's all in on one place. So just hit choose file and then upload whatever it was that your child did. So maybe this is one of the tutorials I did for you, but maybe that's it. I'd hit open, I'd hit submit assignment, and then that way I have the file in Canvas. That makes it easier for me instead of emailing it or sending it on Blooms. Those will still be fine and I'll still count those, but it's just nicer if it's all on one place. The text entry, you just click on this tab. This is where they can type, da 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 da, or this is where they can record a video. They click here, start recording, and then after they're done recording, I'll record for a sec, then they'll finish it, then they have to save it, and then they have to submit it. And then after that, they will be done. So then they'll say, they write up here, they'll have resubmit assignment, and that's telling you that they have already submitted it. I hope those things help. Let me know if you have any questions.